The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi there, folks. Ernie Johnson here, aided once again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to be together again as the NBA regular season wraps up and playoff fever starting to set in. Are you feeling it, Kenny?
Oh, I feel that.
.2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. For the Miami Heat, they come in off a loss to the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. And it's Dang in at the 3 spot. Pass to Whiteside. Dishes it to Dang. To the inside, Bosh. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
5 to shoot. Sullinger, no good.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Wade, double team. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Bosh with another miss.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Thomas goes in. Shot is off. Dragic with some nice D. For Miami, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. From 20 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Wade's got the first points up on the board for Miami. Thomas with the ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Bradley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Dang. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Great shot. Had to fade back, but he still managed to drain.
Here's Thomas. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Whiteside sends it back. They get it back. And Thomas, here we go.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns. In their first meeting, he took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared him down as he was hitting shots, looked at that bench. Man, he had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Crowder knocks down the 3-ball. Crowder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Bosch, that's for 2. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Here's Sanders, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Miami no good on that time either.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Thomas passes to Sullinger. Screened by Sanders. And Sullinger kicks to Bradley. Thomas against Dragic. Thomas goes in. Sent away. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Joakim Noah's checked in for Sanders. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bosch, the screen. Wade kicks to Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Right side, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Bradley. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Dragic against Thomas. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And here is Thomas. He dishes it to Sullinger. Again, the Celtics good for 2. The Heat trail by 5. Bosch sets the pick for Dragic. To the inside. Bosch dishes to Whiteside. The rebound by Noah. And here's Boston. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Back to Thomas. Noah the screen. Bradley, no one around him. No luck. And Miami the other way now.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Now here's Dragic, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
And Miles drops them both.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Now here's Winslow. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
A moment here to check out Chris Bosh. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging about 23 points per, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he leads the way for them in the scoring department.
Always looking for a crease in the defense, poking, prodding, and manufacturing points. And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call him buckets because that's elite performer.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Stoudemire, the screen. Bosh, double team. Here's Udrih. Feeds it to Stoudemire. Good.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double teamed. Terrific pass.
Celtics leading by 6. Here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Lee. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Bosh, the screen, and the wide open shot from Green. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Chalmers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Noah with a screen for Chalmers. Lee outside. Noah with a screen on Green. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot, and here's Chalmers from the arc, but they recover it. Mbamute with it. Now Stoudemire defending. Lee outside. They set the pick. There's the dish to Noah. He kicks to Mbamute. It's rebounded by Bosh.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low post scoring threats. Second is Chris Bosh, and of course Jared Sullinger.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Which is what makes that such an interesting collection of players for me. So much contrast in their methods, but success all around. It goes to show how many different ways there are to get it done in the post.
Free throw good, Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Boston leading by 3. And Chalmers kicks to Lee. Pass to Miles. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
And he sinks the second. The Heat trail by 4.
Miami calls timeout.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover, just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
Now here's Bosch. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Chalmers with it. He's guarded by Udrih. Now here's Chalmers. Noah with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nice job coming off that screen. And the Celtics lead by 6.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Stoudemire with the screen on Chalmers. In the corner, Winslow with it. And Stoudemire slams it in.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
And Boston has possession after the Heat pick up 2. It's stolen by Green. Here's Udrih. Rebound, Boston. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Lee outside. Noah the screen. Clock at 6. Here is Miles. He's guarded by Udrih from 13. Not enough on that one as it misses. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Now here's Winslow. Defense right on him. Stoudemire against Noah. Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Barry Sanders is checked in for the Celtics. Now, here's Chalmers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Miles. And Winslow pulls it down. And Baamute with the steal. Stolen by Bosch. Udrih. The shot no good. So at the end of one quarter. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosch about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosch. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosch is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jay Crumb. And it's Sanders in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. It's stolen by Bradley. Dragic against Thomas. A good look from Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead. Stolen by Thomas. Down low. It's stolen by Dang. Sullinger passes to Brantley. Thomas with the ball. Wade picks him up. And here is Thomas. 8 points his last outing. Just 5 to shoot. High post shot. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Dragic. To the paint. That's good from Dang on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now, here's Thomas. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Thomas goes in. Again, Thomas missing.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And the Celtics making a change here. Noah's checked in. Now, here's Thomas. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bradley dishes to Sullinger. Fires from 18. No luck. Nice D from Dang. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he had.
Oh, and the jam by Sullinger. Here's Wade. He's coming off a 22-point game against Detroit.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates. Great-looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Sullinger pass to Thomas. Back to Sullinger. To the middle. Noah kicks to Bradley. It's stolen by Dang. Again, Dwayne Wade. Wade's got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Now, here's Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. There's the screen. Dragic dishes to Wade. Rebound, Boston.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Now here's Sullinger. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Sullinger passes to Bradley. And they take the lead. Bradley's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Dragic against Thomas. Kicks it to Winslow. Three-pointer. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Sullinger's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Shot clock at 2. And it's blocked by Dang. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. With this break, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top passing centers and power forwards over the course of the past 10 games. Third is Jared Sullinger.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
Wade gets the bucket.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Stoudemire's checked in for Miami. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Back to Thomas. Noah the screen. It's tipped. Now Dragic, 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Dang kicks to Dragic. Back to Dang. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 6 assists now in the game.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Dragic against Thomas. He feeds it to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Sullinger dishes to Noah. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Mbaamute's checked in for Sullinger. C.J. Miles comes in for Crowder. Lee's checked in for Bradley. And it's Chalmers in for Isaiah Thomas. Shots good by Lee.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
And Lee with the stuff.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year. And guys, Courtney Lee, now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you know you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have, 2 great free throw shooting guards.
Bosh. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Bosh has got it all tied up now for the Heat. Boston's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. And Chalmers kicks to Mbaamoute. Here's Miles, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
No good from Bosch. The Celtics have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And here's Miles outside. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Lee, following the score by Luol Deng. Chalmers passes to Lee. Back to Chalmers. Got a piece of it. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Here's Udrich. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Timeout called, the Heat.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming up the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up! All right, let's keep it going for your Celtics dancers.
The drive by Green. And there's Deng. That's good on the assist by Green.
Gerald Green.
That's 10 points for Luol Deng. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Chalmers kicks to Lee. There's the feed to Miles. Screen by Sanders. 5 on the clock. Here's Lee outside. Shot is off. Great tee that time from Green. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd. .157 left to play here in the second quarter. Bosch, a screen on Chalmers. Udrich dishes to Bosch. Shoots from 12. Deng can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now, here's Bosch. 7 points in the game. And Green gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here is Chalmers. Lee outside. And Mbamute against Bosch. And Mbamute can't get it to go.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Sanders with a screen on Deng. And C.J. Miles with the slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Bosch. And the rejection by Sanders. Boston trailing.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
They set the pick. Lee outside. Here's Chalmers. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Here's Lee. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Heat lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. The second quarter was a strong effort for them and that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. A great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
One for Lee. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Right side a screen. Here's Wade. That one a little long.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. Sanders with the steal. Wade against Bradley. The pass to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. Dishes it to Thomas. Sanders sets the screen for Thomas. Bosch with some nice D.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Whiteley. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a game we've seen here for Bradley. He's got 30.
Side kicks to Dragic. Pass to Wade. It's deflected. It's stolen by Bradley.
13 points and 2 steals.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
And Kellogg's, right?
Yes.
Kellogg's. Dang with the bucket. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Sullinger. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Chris Bosh. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Larry Sanders. Feeds it to Wade. Unloads from 13. They get it back. Dang uses the glass to finish the layup. Tang's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Sullinger passes to Crowder. Puts up the baby hook. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
Free throw good, Crowder.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diao in the way he treats his body.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Now, watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's 10 points for Jared Sullinger. The Heat trail by 3.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Noah kicks to Crowder. He dishes it to Sullinger. Double clutches. Rockets with some nice D.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And dang, here we go. Dragic with it. Now Thomas defending. Right side a screen. Wade dishes to Bosch. And a foul on the shot. Will go to the stripe for 2.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. Thomas with the ball. He lobs it up. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. Taking a look at Miami. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And checking out Boston, just a couple spots back.
And for the Heat, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
I agree. I mean, it's clear they're not going anywhere. I mean, this is not a team that any opponent can take lightly come playoff time.
The dish to Bradley. Noah the screen. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. And Wade sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Clock at 4. Outside Bradley. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. With this break in the action, a quick look at our 2K leaderboard in the NBA's top free throw shooting big men since the All-Star break. Number 5 is Chris Bosh.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Dwayne Wade continues Clark to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time.
Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys, his
now, it's mid-range jumper heavy.
And Miami making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. And a foul called on.
Continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, in general, way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skills. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty?
All the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward.
Exceptional.
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Kicks it out to Bradley. And it's Thomas at the elbow. Goes back up. Top of the key, Noah. Down low. Here's Sullinger. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Outside, Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Bradley. Dragic kicks to Winslow. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 8th assist in the game. Celtics trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Mbaamute's checked in for Jared Sullinger. C.J. Miles comes in for Crowder. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Chalmers in for Isaiah Thomas. Udrich, the pass to Whiteside. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Noah, the screen. Passes it to Lee. He kicks it to Miles. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miles has got 12 in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
There's Winslow. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's on Mbaamoute.
And it's been an exciting game. Both teams really fighting this one out.
And I tell you what, a recycle bin full of lead changes. It's been a game of major runs so far.
Chalmers dishes to Mbaamoute. Here's Miles, and he dunks it down.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kicks it to Whiteside. It's tipped, stolen by Miles. Lee against Green. Miles the pass to Chalmers. Noah the screen. There's the feed to Lee. And the pass to Mbaamoute. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Udrich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Stoudemire playing very well. He's got 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Larry Sanders is checked in for Boston.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Lee with the ball. Now Green defending. And here's Miles outside. But they get it back. Stoudemire against Mbamute. He feeds it to Miles. Screen by Sanders. And Miles kicks to Chalmers. Six on the shot clock. Dishes it to Lee. Green with the block. Now Udrich. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Green against Lee. Green kicks to Udrich. Here's Stoudemire. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Udrich has got assist number 7 for him tonight. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
The drive by Green. Pass to Whiteside. Feeds to Winslow. Puts it up from 17. No good off the front iron. Celtics trail by 3. And stolen by Udrich. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways. He puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Here's Udrich. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And here's Green outside. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Udrich has got assist number 8 now on the night. Celtics trail by 8. And here is Chalmers. Lee outside. Amute, a screen on Green. Looking to end the drought, and it's blocked by Dang. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Chris Bosh is checked in for Stoudemire. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Bradley. He dishes it to Miles. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet away. Kicks it out to Bradley. There's the dish to Mbamute. It's stolen by Dang. Knocks it loose. Sanders with the steal. Outside Bradley. Releases from 15. Nice D from Dang.
And, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And Miami has possession. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sanders out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Dragic kicks to Wade. Bosch, the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Wade dishes to Bosch. Bradley with some nice D. Celtics trail by 9. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. Wade against Bradley. Passes it to Sullinger. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Dragic. Winslow's got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Thomas passes to Sullinger. He kicks to Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas against Dragic, and it's blocked by Dang. The feed to Crowder. Back to Sullinger. Over Bosch. And Sullinger missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Winslow kicks to Dragic. And there's the pass to Bosch. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Bosch has got 9 points now in just the second half. Celtics trail by 13. Kicks to Bradley. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Celtics have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Thomas against Dragic. Now here's Thomas. Here's Sullinger. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Luol Deng.
Look at the night for Sullinger. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
Whiteside's checked in for Luol Deng. Both free throws good from Sullinger.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Here's Whiteside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Heat lead by 15.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Dishes it to Sullinger. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. Thomas gets a wide open look.
Certainly not the performance that I thought we'd get out of them in this half. They haven't been very effective on offense, especially in their half-court game. I mean, when you're not able to get out and run, then you've got to be solid in the half court.
Miami leading by 15. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Wade can't hit.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Screen by Sanders. And Sullinger kicks to Bradley. And he's good on the 3 ball.
perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Bradley against Dragic. He feeds it to Winslow, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
So it's Miami now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Screen by Sanders. Crowder kicks to Bradley, takes a three, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Dragic against Bradley. Dragic kicks to Bosh. The 10-footer. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Dragic against Thomas. Sullinger outside. Feeds it to Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. The 9-foot shot. Second chance shot. Sullinger with the bucket.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. And he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
All right, Doris. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Here's Crowder. And Wade sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Dragic. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Miami leading by 10. Dragic kicks to Wade. Pass to Bosh. Whiteside sets the pick for Bosh. Fires at the elbow. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got 7 points for the quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Thomas goes in. Here's Sullinger. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And it's Wade in the corner. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sanders has got 8 rebounds in this game. Celtics trail by 12. Thomas with the ball. Sullinger pass to Brent. And that one's good.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
At the line for the Celtics, Avery Bradley. At the line.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley. Now Dragic. Pass to Wade. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Whiteside. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And it's 8 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Sanders sets the screen for Bradley. Shot, high post, stolen by Bosch. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Looking to get back on track here. Good D by Sullinger.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Bradley on the wing. The Heat leading by 11. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Wade dishes to Bosch. Winslow the pass to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Tries from 10, and it's denied. Thomas against Wade. Here's Sullinger, and that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. Sullinger's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics. Now here's Winslow, defended by Crowder. Winslow kicks to Bosch. Up and in on the layup. Bosch has got 16 points here in the second half.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Outside Thomas. To the middle. Here's Sanders. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That free throw, no good. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Boston. Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. That one misses.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Whiteside a screen. Dragic kicks to Wade. Here's Whiteside. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that. Slow start.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Just 3 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Miami leading by 13. Outside Dragic. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Miles. The dish to Crowder. Pass to Thomas. Screen by Sanders. Here is Miles. He's covered by Deng. Some solid defense from Bosch. Deng dishes to Wade. Dragic with it. Now Thomas defending. Dragic kicks to Bosch. And he banks in the layup. Bosch has got 11 points in the quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Celtics trail by 15. Here's Thomas. He kicks to Miles. To end the drought. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Dragic. D right on him. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Crowder, the pass to Sellinger. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sellinger's got 21 in the game.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Heat.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
Greg, I know exactly what you're referring to. I mean, with this victory, they'll get the edge in the season series by taking 2 of their 3 meetings.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Bosh. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Miami with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Dragic against Chalmers. Dragic dishes to Wade. Can he keep it going? And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Galloway. Here's Nogueira. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And here's Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Dwayne.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly Luol Deng. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some night. And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest